Okay, we're recording. Bob Brackway here on July 30th, 2011. I got a neat little thing I just had to show everybody. It's a whole different style lifter. And I really hope you can see this. These are foam pieces, and there's 6 of them. I've got them mounted on a ring, paper ring. And I added this center core later. I tried it with just the ring and the the foam pieces, and what it would do. And I had a full plate on the bottom on the of the lifter chamber, and all it would do, it would tip up like that. It would lift one side. I couldn't get it to lift. Now there's a picture in one of the videos of an earlier foam lifter I built, teardrop shape. It only had 4 teardrops on it. This one has 6. I just thought I'd try it. So after it tipped, I built this center core, and it's got 3 standoffs fastened to the ring. And I put it on, and I still used a full bottom plate, and so the bottom of the foam pieces, you see the teardrop, the pointed are down, so they would touch, and it wouldn't lift. It wouldn't lift at all. So I removed the bottom plate, and I've got these bushings that I can slide over the center shaft. These are aluminum, just for their conductors, and I just slid that down, and what that allowed was for the little lifter to rest only on the center core. You'll see how it's a good 5/8 or better off the bottom of the lifting chamber. Now this is an open chamber. I tried it, and it'll work in closed or open. I'm using an open one. But I just wanted to show you that there's many things to try, and my paper lifting disc are fine, but there's a lot of other ideas that you can play with, and this happens to be one of them. Now my original foam lifter looked like this, except it had 4 teardrops. This has 6, and the ring was also foam, and it just sat on the full plate and it lifted. Now it wasn't. I must have been very lucky, because the balance was perfect. It would lift without. It had a slight tilt to it, as you can see in the photograph, but it did lift. Well, I just wanted to show you that. You see how easy that lifts? Now, it's kind of, for its size, I think it's heavy. It's 4 grams. I know 4 grams is nothing, but these things are not big at all. And as you can see, it has no trouble lifting. And it's lifting a good, 2 inches. And it's only 3 inches in diameter anyhow, so it's doing a real good job. I tried on this particular type, this small open chamber I have, I can put an O-ring on there and I can change the height, but I found out, at least what I was trying, it just likes it this as far down as this will go, and it likes it there. You can coax it up at higher distances, but I've got pretty decent humidity. It's only it's down to 56%, but it's up in the 80s. It's in the mid-80s, even now in the evening here. But it's been a beautiful day, and we got rid of most of the humidity. But I just wanted to show you that. For those of you that want to, I do recommend you, if you're going to play with these, and to try the disc first and get used to them, and then you can go on to different materials and different shapes and sizes. It's kind of interesting to see what will work and what won't. It was kind of funny that, and I'm not sure why it's doing that now, because I put in the center core, the lifting core that's on the center shaft, because I put that in, it wouldn't lift at all. So as soon as I let the center core be the pickup for the negative charge, the bottom is negative. When I run these chambers, I always run the top positive. They always work better. Now you can experiment, switch them around. You can get them to lift. I won't say it's impossible because I've done it. But what fascinates me is that I had to energize the center core in order to get it to work. And I thought that it kind of puzzles me as to why. And only why just energizing the points of the foam wouldn't achieve the same thing, which it did without the center core. But as soon as I installed the center core, paper core, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't lift. Now, that changes the characteristics enough to do that. I really don't understand the flow of the electron, but the ions, because what has to happen in order for this to lift? This has to become negative, and this has to become negative in order to be attracted to it. And there is a electrical connection. This is actually predominantly positive. There's an actual flow. You would see it in the dark from the negative plate to the tip there. But anyhow, I just wanted you to see that and showed you that you can try many different things. You're not limited to the disc at all. Intriguing as the discs are, and I made this. This just happens to be a nice, cute little thing you can play with. I built the ring out of paper. It's just laminated printer paper. So is the center core. Now the standoffs, these 3 standoffs I have, my finger's so big. These 3 standoffs I have here, here, and here, those were just hard paper, hard billboard paper, I call it. So that's what I did. They're not perfect by any means. But it came out close enough. It's hard to cut. This foam is 3/8 inch thick, and it takes a while and patience to cut the little teardrops out. And I couldn't get it 100% perfect. You'd probably need something like a cookie cutter thing, shape. Press on. I'm going to put the O-ring on it and see. Now that raises the top plate up. We'll see if it's got. See, it wants to lift, but it won't quite pull it. So we'll just keep going down just a little bit at a time. There, about approximately 1/4 inch. Yeah, it starts, and then it's pretty loose fit on the center core. That might be part of my problem. Yeah, it's okay. There it goes. Now, I don't know if I gained all that much or not. It doesn't really, maybe a quarter, maybe half inch. Now, this is just with the Wimhurst, and which is what I run most of them with anyways. See now, it hasn't discharged. I kind of also looked. There you go. Anyways, that I just had to show you guys that. So I'm going to throw that on and get it up on the channel so you can see it, and let your imaginations go from there. We'll talk to you later, or